Now recognize the gentlelady from the Buckeye State, Ms. Brown, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For generations, farmers have fed and fueled this country, all while navigating uncertainty from extreme weather and labor shortages to market volatility. It is our job here in Congress to ensure farmers have the full range of tools they need to meet these challenges head-on. One of the most important tools in their toolbox has been pest control products. When used safely, legally, and effectively, they protect our crops, preserve yields, and secure our nation's food security. And that is why we have a strong and science-driven regulatory system, a system built on rigorous standards, not rhetoric, a system founded in fact, not fear, and a system informed by stakeholder input, not political agendas. Unfortunately, that brings me to the Make America Healthy Again movement, the MAHA report, released earlier this year by the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Health and Human Services. By USDA's own admission, farmers and other key stakeholders did not have input when it came to this report. The report contains broken citations, misleading claims, and appears to cherry-pick data while ignoring the long-standing science-based framework that governs crop protection tools. Mr. Abbott, you noted in your testimony that the MAHA Commission's report, and I quote, undermines trust in the regulatory process by citing unverifiable sources, omitting key stakeholder voices, including farmers, food producers, and scientists, and making sweeping claims not grounded in the science or structure of the current system. I agree. If we are going to trust the science, we need to know that we are operating from the same set of facts. Moving forward, what would you like to see from the Commission to restore credibility and demonstrate that it is engaging in an honest scientific process?
I'm assuming it's me you're talking to.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to see that, once again, we're founded in science-based. We all up here on this panel and people we work for believe in the system, right, when it works. We want to make sure that we're adequately funding, and I keep hammering that because we're not adequately funding to get the science that we need and the products out the door for the tools for the farmers. So I really would say that we need to make sure that we're founded in science, and we continue to do that. And I agree wholeheartedly with you. We don't want to make this a political issue.
Thank you. The MAHA report also calls for more research into health impacts of pesticides and other crop protection tools. But at the same time, the President has proposed a budget that poses significant cuts to agriculture and public health research programs that are essential to answering those very questions. How can we take the report's call for more science seriously if this administration seeks to defund the very institutions needed to produce it? So, Mr. Witherby, how important are federal research dollars to ensuring that our regulatory process remains grounded in sound, up-to-date science?
Well, I think part of it, first of all, is just making sure that you have the best scientists that are part of that regulatory process reviewing these, that they're up to date on modern technologies, that they've had a look at this, and that they have the opportunity to quickly review and understand the safety and the environmental impacts to some of these new technologies. That alone, and then, we have land-grant universities and folks that are there to test some of these new properties. Part of it is getting through the regulatory process in order to enable that testing to be done. That also requires dollars to do some of that testing at the universities. So funding part of that research is vital to building up our scientific knowledge and our understanding of some of these new technologies and how they're, how quickly we can get them through some of those regulatory, resourcing in order to have their appropriate people in place to allow these new technologies to get through in a timely manner is important.
Thank you so much. Sound policy starts with sound science, and that means trusting the facts. Please know that I am committed to working with my colleagues to support the next generation of crop protection tools grounded in research and innovation so we can build a food supply that's not just safe, but more resilient and secure for the future. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
I thank the gentlelady. Now